Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's Geek Gamecast, episode 397. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Corey Feinsod.
Heyo.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to episode 397 of the Gamecast. Wow. Yeah, we have a pretty good amount of gaming news here to talk about in a lull before the E3. Oh, actually, guys, I was wondering if you guys wanted to just talk about E3 real quick. Did you talk about that at all last week?
A little bit, but not too much.
I mean, are we looking at like any like surprise ideas? Like, what do you guys think? There's going to be something there that's like? Do you have any like something that could surprise us? Do you have like a prediction? Something that anything you can think of that? Like, I'm thinking like, do you think like Tony? Do you think Metroid Prime 4 shows?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
you really do. Okay.
Yes.
How about Pokemon?
Absolutely.
I think Pokemon is. I think Pokemon's.
I think
definitely.
Pokemon is this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
really?
week?
Okay.
Oh, sooner.
We'll just say E3 time. We don't have to say at E3. This is like the E3 season. So I'm trying to think of like any games that might surprise us from like these other companies. Do we expect a Last of Us 2 delay?
But they never announced a
Oh,
release
yes.
I think they said fall of this year. I think, didn't they?
I don't think they did.
No.
Oh, I thought they
no.
did. Okay,
They
I thought
haven't put any dates.
That's
on
why
it.
I've said it's like it's
Days
not,
gone. They said
won't be
fall
out.
this year.
Okay, so it won't be out this year.
That got delayed.
They did say.
Yeah.
I mean, they did say the owner of. Let me open up our news. Actually, I don't have our news open right now. I can tie this in real quick though, because the owner of Rockstar promises that Red Dead Redemption 2 will not be delayed again. So we get a release date. Do we have an actual release date for this?
Yeah,
We do.
October.
Okay. So we'll get a little more of that game, obviously, at E3. I'm expecting a lot of that game at E3, actually. I'm trying to think of like anything else that we can see. Do we see Halo 6?
I think we see Gears before we see Halo
Yeah.
again.
I think we see Gears as well.
See Gears. I think Halo's. They're working too much on Halo Master Chief Collection for me to think Halo 6 is being worked on like to a point where it can be shown off.
Do we?
I think it's a year away.
This is like crazy thoughts here. Do we get any classic? Well, not classic games, but old Vault games from Nintendo, like coming back, like F-Zero or something like that? Do we get anything like that surprising us?
Star Fox.
Yeah, we could have a Star Fox Racer. Yeah, we have heard about that leak.
I mean, as far as surprises go, I mean, I wouldn't actually necessarily be surprised, but I could totally see them just like saying Crackdown's not happening anymore.
I could. I mean, do we have no Crackdown? Yeah, I mean, does it get canceled entirely? At this point, the game is in limbo like crazy because nobody's said a word about it at all.
No.
And it said spring. It said it was coming out spring now after the
Oh.
5th delay.
Technically, the last day of spring is June 20th, right? Or 21st?
Yeah, it's got till near the end of June. I know that. So,
But pre-orders aren't open, I don't think. So, yeah.
anything on Sony's side? Do we get like a Bloodborne 2 or?
I think we know most of Sony. Like, we might see like the smaller stuff. Like, I don't know. Everybody like Let's
as far
Golf
as
or whatever. Or...
Third-party stuff. I mean, they didn't talk any. Like, there's definitely going to be the first-party stuff, which they mentioned: Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2, and
Days Gone.
Days Gone.
Days
Thank
Gone.
you.
Okay.
But as far as third-party, we really don't know. So it could be something that's a little surprising, but.
I don't think we see any more Sony first-party stuff that's big.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could see like something on the level of Gravity Rush or that what is it, Dreams game or whatever.
Dreams, definitely. I think they got to show that because it's.
I think so.
It's coming sooner than later.
I'm actually really interested in the Ghosts of the other game.
Tsushima?
Yeah, I am looking forward to that game. Like, even though
I want to see it.
Yeah,
all
me
they
too.
showed was a
That's
that's what I'm
CGI
saying.
trailer.
That's why I'm looking forward to it. I really want to see what
Yeah.
that's about. Obviously, it could be garbage, but we'll see. Like, the only thing I'm not interested in seeing from them right now is that I'm so sick of Days Gone. We've mentioned this last year. It just looks so I don't know why, just generic zombie game. And there's so many of them out there right now. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, State of Decay 2 just came out, and like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
talk about beating a dead corpse.
Yeah, do we get I see what you did there. Anyways, wow. What else do we have? EA. I don't think EA brings us anything different. They're giving us Anthem.
The biggest thing for me is I really want to see Avengers from Square.
From
I think
Square.
we
I want to see what they're doing with that.
I think we
Because
see it
right
because they
now
have
they
a-
need to capitalize on the popularity and the
Right, and that needs to come out like between now and Avengers 4.
Yeah, I would say that. I would
Absolutely.
agree with
Absolutely.
Do we get
that.
anything?
I mean, it should, based on just the fact that it would just be so much marketing for them that they don't even have to worry about. But I could see them just not being able to be ready for it, though.
Yeah, it could be.
Where,
With how slow they work, I mean, it could be.
Well, this is It's not like Japanese.
Crystal
like,
Dynamics
It's Crystal
or whatever.
Dynamics.
Oh, so it's the other department. Okay, Crystal Dynamics can get some stuff. All right.
I think it's Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
Yeah.
they're
It's
big enough
not-
team to work on. Wait, who's working on Tomb Raider then?
Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah, so it's like they're big enough to do that, like balance.
It's Eidos or something. Like they have Eidos and they have Crystal, whatever.
Oh no, I think it's. I'll look.
Is this the Deus Ex guys?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's probably the Deus Ex guys. Let me see.
Okay.
But I mean, they definitely need to show that, show something. I mean, it would be really surprising if they said, "Hey, Final Fantasy VII coming."
I don't know. Crystal Dynamics. Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII. By the way, coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, just to give you guys a little, because I found an article that goes, Crystal Dynamics has brought on 15 top industry talent to the Avengers project. It includes Sean. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Sean SKG, former Naughty Dog creative director who worked on Uncharted: The Lost Legacy and Last of Us.
Oh, cool.
And Stephen Barry, veteran from EA and Visceral, best known for his work on Dead Space, and Ron Rosenberg, co-head of studio at Crystal Dynamics. People who worked on Batman Arkham Origins, Battlefront, first one, Dead Space.
Well, it sounds like they got a lot of good people on the project. So
Yeah, I think. I mean, it does. Sounds like they brought in some team to try to actually get this done. But we'll see. I hope to see something there.
what type of game is it going to be?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah,
Third person.
Oh, I'm sure. But
It has to have co-op though.
yeah,
I think it's gonna. I would love for it to have drop in, drop out co-op. I would
Yeah.
love that.
I mean, come on, it's an Avengers game.
yeah, you need to be
can't
able to
team
play
up with
as all
your
of them.
friends.
Yeah,
Be the Avengers.
yeah. Do we get?
Fail.
Do you think Rocksteady actually has a Justice League style game there somewhere? A Superman game or a other? They've been quiet for so long that studio. So
Yeah, they have to have something.
another Batman game. I don't know, something from them. I don't know if they want to do Batman.
Definitely
anymore,
a DC
but yeah,
universe
something DC related.
character.
What about Star Wars? Do we get any Star Wars stuff?
I'm sure.
Like, there's got to be further. They got to be far enough along right now, right? Certain projects, because they started so many of them.
Dude, they canceled. They
I
canceled
know they
Viscerals.
can't. Yeah, I know, but and that's the one everybody wanted. But I'm just saying there were so many other ones in production. I mean, Respawn isn't Respawn working on one?
Yeah, I think it's Respawn now. Who knows?
Do we get a Titanfall 3?
Apparently that we are getting something Titanfall related very soon. I read some rumors on Reset Era
That'd be cool.
about
Hey, if they
stuff.
make the campaign as fun as that last one, that'd be awesome.
Dude, that was such a hidden gem of what,
Yeah.
2016?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, whenever
2016.
Wasn't
Final
it last
Fantasy
year?
15
Wasn't it
came
last
out.
year?
No, it wasn't last year.
I thought it was the beginning of last year.
Mm,
Oh, it was the end. It
2016.
was the end of 2016 then. Yes.
Because
Okay.
they put it right in between Battlefield
And
and
Call of Duty.
it's like, well,
It was. I didn't get to play it.
Good luck.
I didn't play it until the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
That's what happened because so many games came out. You get you get it cheap at Black Friday and you play it in January.
Yeah, but as long as they keep up the same, I'm in day one for Titanfall 3. If
Yeah,
it's
that'd be cool.
The same people and everything like that. Because
Did you guys?
I genuinely love that game.
This
Like,
just
that's
reminded me. Have we at all discussed? I mean, I know I've been out last week. Did we discuss GCU leaving?
yeah, we did last week.
Okay, I'm like just unbelievable.
I'm
that Best Buy-
devastated.
Yeah, I cannot believe Best Buy's choosing. to
Mine's
do
up
this.
next month. Mine's up next month.
Mine's
I'm so
October.
mad.
Mine's October. Like some people got so
yeah.
lucky that I'm good. I'm gonna pre-order the shit out of things that I can.
Yeah, I might need you guys to pre-order stuff.
Yeah. So I have till October at least. But I'm like, man, if I had just had I would have, because they offered me a renewal in like in March actually to renew it, and I could have gotten ahead of this and actually had it for 2 more years past that.
Yeah.
I'm so mad because literally like a month ago, I was like, I checked it and I was like, oh, I should renew it soon.
Yeah, I knew I was October. I'm like, I don't need this right now. I'll get it
It's
later.
just such a weird decision. And,
Do you think it's
we
going to
talked about it a
go?
little
Maybe
bit last week.
maybe
but
it'll stop. Maybe they'll still change their ways or something. I don't know. I think it's a terrible.
I hope
call.
that's what it was, or like it's like 3 month, like a quarter or whatever goes by, and it's like video game sales are just like crater for them, and it's like
I think the thing is like
Yeah.
they've been on the rise. Best Buy, like everybody
Yeah, I
thought
know.
that Best Buy was like done for. Like no more brick and mortar stores. It's over. But like
Well, I
they're
think still-
been doing
I still
consistently
think they're-
well, and it's kind of it correlates with when GCU started.
Yes, I know, and I think a lot of it has to do with like the way that their website and in-store pickup works nowadays. I think it because I
It's
I
the
never
same.
go to their store to actually shop and buy things. I go there.
No,
I
yeah.
order for pickup. I order pickup. Because have you ever gone to their video game department? Even the one by us is a shit show. The Rockaway store by us
Yeah,
is just a
it's-
miserable. You
yeah,
can't find
it's not like
anything.
it used to be. I remember when it used to, like because I used to work at Best Buy, and it used to be like glorious, like just lines of games. So like now it's just like
You can't find
pitiful.
anything.
Select.
So you might as well order online because they'll get
Yeah.
it. They'll find it in their back room or something. Yes.
Thank you for bringing that up because actually I forgot to bring up something last week, but Best Buy is actually starting to get into the toy business.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because like somebody
Been
posted like
like
an
a
ad where it's
while, it's
like, you know, toys, we got you. Like that was it. And I'm pretty sure they're capitalizing
And
on
they've like
board
board
Toys
games
R
and
Us.
stuff.
Yeah.
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 Just I was on Slick Deals over the weekend, and they're like, "Oh, this like $80 Nerf rival blaster is like $28 at Best Buy." I was like, "What? Like Best Buy carries Nerf guns now?" I was like, "Okay," and I still added it to my cart.
Yeah. That's just. Yeah, they gotta undo that decision. I hope so. All right, what else we have here? Nintendo announced a dockless Switch for a bundle in Japan only right now.
Yep.
Sign of things to come here.
Yeah, I think we hear something either E3 or before.
Yeah, I mean their official PR, which they always say, like you know, any rumor that comes out before E3. I mean, not that this is a rumor, this is a fact. But anytime it's like, oh, are we seeing a new DS or 3DS revision at E3? Nope, you're not seeing it. We don't see it at E3. A week later, hey guys, 3DS revision. It's like, okay, I see what you did there. But we'll see. I think the Japanese market's a bit better because certainly.
See, but I think like, don't you think they release so many awesome colors in Japan for like different systems always?
Yeah.
If they came out over here, I think they would sell as well. I really do.
I mean, I think it's just it's an infrastructure thing because you know Japan's a small island. You don't need to.
You know what though? It's not. This goes across. I can actually, as just talking about something other than video games for a second here. Bowling, believe it or not, bowling balls that are international bowling balls that come out only overseas are made like they're the same ball, but they'll release them in different colors. As is in here, we'll only get one color.
Yeah.
So it's the same idea, I guess. It's the same thing. It's unbelievable, but I guess that market plays to having your own version of that ball or that own game system. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, in Japan, if you order a Switch from Nintendo directly on their website, you can actually choose the color of each Joy-Con and the straps that you get. So you get a different color for each thing.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Why isn't that's the other thing? Like, why haven't either of these two companies yet picked up Microsoft's idea of the customizable color game controller thing, the paint controller?
Well, I think just because for a while, I mean, obviously Nintendo was going to do that with Wii U because nobody was going to buy that shit to begin with.
Sure.
But I think we will
I think
see
this is a prime market for it, yeah.
For the Switch, especially with the Joy-Con, I mean, I would love it. I would love to get like, I'll be straight on. I'll get like Spice Orange, the GameCube color, just to throw back to the GameCube. Plus, those are my Philly Fusion colors, Overwatch League. I would totally get that because think about it, the black Switch, orange Joy-Cons with black buttons. Oh,
yeah, it'd be nice.
Oh, baby, so sexy.
They really, I'm surprised Sony never added that customization.
It's amazing because the mock-ups that came out before the system even released, it was just like running rampant. Like, and we were just like, yeah, we're gonna get tons of this stuff.
I think we do.
It's just taking a while.
Yeah, and I think we do just, they've been up until like this year, they were just printing to demand. It's like just get it, just make what we can. And now that the infrastructure's there, and I mean, I've even seen the hardware go on sale, not just the Switch, but like the accessories and controllers. Because I know, Jim, you're a big advocate of like, oh, these are really expensive and stuff like that, which they are. But like I've seen the Joy-Cons $10 to $20 off. Same thing with the Pro controller. I've seen it for like $50.
The thing is, like that price customized is fine in my mind. Like if you pay that, that would be cool. Like if they,
I would pay $100 for customizable color Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go 100. Maybe I would. It depends.
Well, I mean, they're 80 retail.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
How much is it? I think to the point, like if it was 80 customized,
it's 80. I mean, the Microsoft one I think is $79.99. I think it's 80.
Is
bucks.
it?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is.
I thought it was a little bit more. Okay.
No, because then you're getting the Pro controller status there, or Elite controller, but you're up in like
Elite controller is 150.
150, but they're customizing $79.99 if I remember right, or maybe it's $69.99. No, it's $79. So, anyways, all right.
Yeah, $80. So
yep. Let's see. Nintendo has filed a trademark for the N64. Possibly more hype for this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's happening.
N64. Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt. It is happening.
Ideas
and,
of ideas of games you want to see on that?
With N64, it's a bit easier. Obviously, you're going to get Mario 64. You're going to get both of the Zelda games. Star Fox 64. Probably Wave Race.
Can they swing? Can they somehow magically swing GoldenEye? Magically.
I think they can. I think they can just because you look at Microsoft and they're playing ball. Because they just want to take down Sony. They want to do anything in their that's within their possibility.
I don't think they have the rights to GoldenEye.
It's also more about. I think it's EA. I think you have to deal with.
Because
I think they have. I think EA has Bond, if I remember right.
That's the problem with GoldenEye. Perfect Dark, I could see them being like, sure.
Sure, yeah, I think that would be fine. But I would love to see. I mean, everyone wants to see GoldenEye, though. They really do, and it would be cool if they could pull that magic off. Like, holy shit, there's GoldenEye on this thing finally.
Yeah, I see. We definitely
like Banjo.
Banjo could happen. Banjo could happen.
It's highly possible.
Yeah.
That and Donkey Kong.
Imagine if like Banjo was in like Smash.
I can see that.
That could happen.
Honestly, like
that may
I can see that as like a unofficial third-party character because Microsoft is just
Microsoft's been all about like, hey, let's just play together, guys, because we don't have a system to sell anymore. So
here you guys go. You want this IP here? Let's use it.
Yeah, but other games, I think strong third-party games like Bomberman 64, just because Bomberman did so well on Switch.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Another, Castlevania 64. It's not the best, but Konami's
I played it though.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? If they release that on the N64 Mini, I will dedicate myself to actually beating that game because that is a rough ass game. That is a hard game.
We gotta get Pilot Wings, right?
Oh yeah, Pilot Wings 64. Yeah, we absolutely.
That would be great.
Mario Kart 64, obviously we get that.
Yeah. That's a lot.
I mean, Mario 64. Did you guys haven't mentioned that yet?
No, I thought I started off with
I think that's.
I thought you said Mario Kart.
I think it's a given. I think that's a given. I guess they would have to include Ocarina, but it's been redone so many times and released on so many systems.
You gotta do both.
Yeah,
they still do. That's like the number, And Smash Brothers 64. I think we see that. Actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one too. Yeah. So.
Well, the interesting part about there's plenty of games. The interesting part about the N64 Mini though is how they all handle controllers.
That's true. Yeah.
Because the SNES came with 2, and 64 at least only came with 1 controller. So, and I don't think they can make those controllers as cheap as they can with the NES or SNES. So I think we see $20 N64 controllers. What I'm really interested in seeing is like. The N64 controller does not hold up very well. Like that analog stick.
That analog stick. If you have any Mario Party on this console, that's
another good one that they can do.
Over, it's over with. Yeah.
So do they just do they stick with the old stick design just to be faithful, or do they go with like a hey, here's the Switch analog thumbstick or whatever in place of it? Like.
Yeah, that could
be.
Who
knows? I don't know.
I think they would.
You'd hope that they would upgrade it a little bit.
I think they would because of how bad that stick is.
Oh, God, it's so...
Yeah, and the blisters on the palm. I mean, it's so bad when you have to spin that stick around. Yep.
Then you're like blowing out that dust in that thing.
Yep. All right. Last bit of news we have is the Battlefield 5 controversy that came out about the female on the cover. Did you guys read about all this stuff?
Yes. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Like... Gamers as a whole on the internet are probably one of the worst groups.
They are. They absolutely are.
Like they're as a whole. I'm not saying everybody, but you have a very vocal minority, and they just are like, "Oh, not in my Battlefield. Like this isn't realistic." It's like
it's unbelievable.
What part of Battlefield was ever realistic?
Yeah.
Have you played these games before?
I understand. I mean, they want it to be like their what was it, World War II? There was no women serving or something like that. So it's like
there were.
Yeah, that's the problem. But it's unbelievable. And then to attack developers that are making this game. It's unbelievable. The ranting. I mean, you had the Twitter just blew up with it. It's
amazing. It's like, all right, guys, we don't have like the customization we want. We're gonna flame them for that. Like, oh, I want my character to be myself or something. Then like they're gonna give you the opportunity to make your character however you want. And now it's like, well, now this is not realistic. You guys are terrible. Like, how can you do this? Plus, did you see like the fact that the special edition is a guy on the cover? And so it's like, well, and the dudes get paid more too.
Yeah, guys are worth more.
Yeah,
it's so dumb.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're mentioning now that all of their games going forward will have they're going to have a choice, a female or male. Yeah. So they're going forward. They're doubling down on this at least, which is good. Good response.
Even when I don't think Nintendo gets recognized for it as much because they're a pretty conservative company. But like Splatoon 2, the marketing for that, it's mostly the female character. You can do male Inklings, but female is front and center of the marketing on the covers and stuff like that. I mean, I made a female Inkling because I just think they look cooler in game and stuff like that. But
even to Pokemon. Me, I find it amazing that like people and obviously everyone has their own preferences, but people will complain about gen in games because I can't play this because it's not myself. I'm trying to be myself. I can't. Like, I never understood that. It's like really strange. And like I was listening to this podcast about this guy who created a board game or like a card dice game, and every character in the game is female. Like there is no male character. And he got a review on Amazon, 1-star review from a mom saying, "I can't buy this for my son because there's no characters that my son can play." 1-star review. Then he's like, "Okay." And he like retweeted it out, and he's like, "Game sold out" when he tweeted it out.
Wow.
It's like, it's just yeah, people will not like. People yell at you like, "Oh, I won't play Metroid because it's a girl." It's like, really? Like you're gonna miss out on like one of the best games ever just because like
Horizon.
the gender.
You got Horizon Zero Dawn. You got a lot of great, strong female characters, and if people
Raider,
can miss out on, people
Sure.
can miss out on games because
It's so
of this.
dumb, and one of the things I wanted to bring up, and again when we get to it, is God of War is like, you know what? I want to see a game where instead of being like a grizzled, reluctant dad character, I want to be a reluctant mom type character. It's like, shit, you gotta take care of some kid as a mom. It's like, what game can do that? What game has you doing that?
Yeah. That's true. Good point.
I'd love to see it from that point of view. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Because I can't be quote unquote mom, so put me in the eyes of somebody that is a character. It's like with Kratos or Joel. It's like, all right, I get it. Yep. Got to do the tough love kind of thing. Got to put your hand on their shoulder, give them the old talk. I get it. Yep, I've seen that tons of times. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what like I do appreciate Horizon's take is like how the mother is so important in that society and like the moms and stuff is
right, the matriarch
revered.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like I forget if you were on the podcast before, but like I said, before, like I'd love a Horizon 2 if like maybe we fast forward in the future, or eventual Horizon where it's like maybe Aloy is a mom now, and she has like a daughter or son, and teaching them.
A cool new twist on the any video game really. I mean, you haven't had that yet, so
So back to Battlefield. Nerds who are angry, get fucked. Like, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Like, you're not gonna buy the game. Oh darn.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I hope more people buy it because that
I think
DICE is doing this.
I think it will. I think it will sell better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my feeling.
Well, it doesn't have a battle royale mode, so
yet.
All bets
Yet.
Yet.
I guarantee you, they are working like we fucking need a battle royale mode.
Yeah.
Call of Duty's doing it. I mean, come on.
It'll be
like
there.
Call of Duty did World War II. They're like, shit, we gotta go back to World War II. It's like, Call of Duty does Battlefield copy.
Yeah.
It might be a late mode next year, but they will definitely do some kind of battle royale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Write it down.
All right. I think it will be a DLC pack or something like that later, free DLC or something. But all right, let's get into what we've been up to then. I can kick us off really. I mean, all I'm playing right now is God of War. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through now, so I'm almost finished. I basically have I just kind of glanced at like I don't like to look ahead on things. Yeah, and I'm like 2/3 of the way through. So
it's kind of funny because you can kind of.
Do you remember what the last chapter you completed?
What was it? It was just after the chisel. It was
just after this. So you just came back from the giant.
Yeah, no, I'm done with the mission. I just finished the mission after that, which was what the heck did I just do? Yeah, the whole giant thing's finished. But to keep it vague,
still kind of.
Is it only halfway?
Halfway.
Really? I thought it was like if you're looking at the list. I mean, I'm like. There's like chapter titles.
The second half chapters are a lot shorter, I think, than the initial couple.
Possibly.
That's my feeling, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is I should probably look at the time played. It's got to be somewhere in there. Yeah. But
I think it depends on too, if you're going to be doing side missions or something. Because
I've done a few. See, now I've done a few, and that was the thing. I have done a few, and then I like decided I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? Let me get back to actually finishing this game, because I just want to get rid. I want to finish it and get back to like a bunch of other other games that I'm waiting on playing. So I'm trying to think of like. I can't remember the mission I just finished. Shoot, like I just did it this morning too.
After you get that, you're supposed to go back to the sanctuary.
I went into the vault. I went into the vault.
Yeah, you
all that. Yeah, I did all that.
Like
so
Tears.
Yes, Tears. Yeah.
Yeah, with his puzzles and bullshit.
Yeah. Yep. Did all that. Yeah. So I'm done.
And you fought the brother, or the son, the Thor's sons.
Yep. Fought that. So I'm near 2/3, I guess. So. I'm near 2/3. Maybe I'm a little bit past halfway, but but 2/3 is pretty close to just past halfway too. That's 66%.
Sure. You're pretty good.
So, all right, and that's pretty much it for game wise for me. Tony, what have you been into?
Let's see. I forget if I mentioned it last week or if I'd started or even whatever. But I've been playing Battleship Brigade, which is really fun on the Switch.
Yeah.
I pick it up at the whatever discount it was at because I was even talking about it like, I need to get it. And like, the next day, like, it's like what it sounds like. Interesting. It's like, you know what else I need? Like a really discounted Lamborghini or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I love it because like the art is just so awesome. It's very clean, just smooth. Whoever they got to do the art is just really fantastic. Animations are awesome. The combat's pretty fluid too. It's not overly deep, but it's fun. Just like kill the monsters.
Yeah. I like the counter.
Yeah.
Like the count timer makes it more like.
Yeah, I do like
paced.
it. You're like juggling, like, okay, I need to gather ingredients, but I also need to cook this stuff.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So it's really unique gameplay. For those of you who haven't heard us, it's basically if you take Iron Chef and an action / platformer, and then you combine that with a match 3 puzzle game. And there's twists and cuts. Yep. Where it's literally like, oh, you get meat from a monster that's like jamming, but there's a bone or two stuck in it. And a bone is like a dead piece where it'll just fuck up with your grid. So it's like you either have to come prepared with a cutting board to cut it out, or just need to deal with it, figure out another way to deal with it. Or it'll be like rotten meat because like, you know, the monster's like super evil or whatever. So if you move it too many times, it'll explode and like ruin the rest of the gems around it. So whatever, it's interesting. And obviously there's a time limitation because, it's a contest and it's a 1-1-1 match where you're like, whoever can cook the best dish using this ingredient, and they ask you to match it up to one of the 3 colors as like favoritism for that judge or whatever like that. So it's really cool. I don't think it's a very long game. I think I'm halfway through the chapter list already.
Yeah, it's
pretty for like 3 hours. But that's fine. I hope it did really well for them because I'd love to see an expanded sequel.
Hey, we were talking about that over the weekend. We talked about that where it's like, for me, it was a great game. I just wanted to have more of it.
Yeah.
Filler.
Yeah,
and I'd love to see like Battleship Brigade second course, or they could do so many puns and
sure, absolutely.
And then the other thing I was playing actually this earlier today with my brother was the Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which just came out on Nintendo Switch. And I haven't played those games even though they came out for PS4 and Xbox last year. But one really cool thing they did was they released these like challenges where it's like, hey, we're giving you a scenario and you have to beat it within the time limit. And it might just be like, hey, do all the bosses within a time limit, or like we're going to throw you through some of the harder parts of each of the stages in one of the Mega Man games, or whatever. And it's like pretty cool. A couple of them were like shit, like playing the game, you're like, oh, I got extra lives, I could tank through this, or I got like energy tank, so I could just like be a damage sponge, and like you don't have all those in this. So it's like interesting. I'll have to really play carefully. And one feature I really love is about this challenge mode is you can actually upload your score because you get judged, like you get ranked on it, and not only that, but you can see the high scores and stuff like that, and the replays too. So you can be like, we watched the number 1 for a lot of these challenges. You're like, holy shit, like that's some incredible gameplay and like just exploitation of like a lot of like glitches and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Mega Man, looking forward to obviously 11 when it comes out later this year.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're saying it's better than Mighty Number 9?
Even the worst Mega Man game is far above Mighty Number 9. I mean, even the Game Boy Mega Man games, and those were fucking simple as hell. I'd rather play those than Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
All right, Corey, what have you been up to?
Well, I finished God of War.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
About it.
I don't think you mentioned that over the weekend when we saw you.
No, I actually just finished it today.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yep. So spent a little bit of time just like, all right, I'm almost there. I'm just gonna crank it out and just make sure I get it done before the podcast.
Yeah. Cool.
So I completed it, and it's good. Obviously, like the praise for it on the internets has just been ridiculous, and I can see why. Like, it is a fantastic game, and like I've been in love with the combat. The combat's amazing, and once you like unlock certain things, it just opens up a lot more. And
I've gotten so much, really started to get used to it in this game to the point where I'm getting a little cocky in fighting a lot of times. I mean, sometimes it backfires on you because you get a little too cocky, but yeah, I've noticed that it's starting to click for me, the whole thing. So the fluid combat,
and then they add stuff, so it's like, this is really cool. You can flip-flop between different things, and so definitely love the combat. It's really great. And I love the lore of the Norse mythology. I really think that they did a great job implementing that into this game. And it does make you go like, oh, I'm kind of curious about these characters and like what their backstories are. Maybe I'll look this up and see what's really going on here with these guys and how close to the actual mythos they get. Because at the end, it's like, they do a little thing. It's like, oh, that's interesting. So that's, gonna play a part later on, I'm assuming. And I don't know, did you go home after, Tony?
No, that is one thing I need to do.
Okay.
I know there's...
But you know that, okay. Because the credits roll and then like the end game opens up, but you can go home and then there's something
post-credit scene.
Cool.
Yeah, basically a post-credit scene.
Cool.
So.
I'm looking forward to that. Awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely really fantastic game. However, I do think I would say I enjoyed Horizon more than God of War.
That's
okay.
what I was.
I just think I like the enemy variety a little better in that game. I think that there's a little more to do.
I like the Horizon story so far better. I haven't finished this game, obviously,
absolutely.
but I can tell you that.
I think the story-wise, I mean, the Horizon, I'm going to spoil it here, guys, but like, I love the fact that the apocalypse basically happens and like the world that gets destroyed and it's over. Like, you can't stop what's happening, people. You can only try to see if you can come back later.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, it's really neat. So definitely, I'm really happy for the God of War guys, for pivoting on this franchise and bringing it back and making it something that's sustainable and that makes sense in this day and age, I guess. And I do think the character that that Kratos is in this game is a much better character. It's just
that's why I liked it. That's why I like it.
Right. It's obviously, I know, Tony, you can't separate the two types of things, but like, yeah, I mean, that's still him. He's still that guy, and they do reference that, which I do think is a good thing. They didn't just say, oh, well, we're gonna forget these games ever existed. They do make that a point in this game where his backstory is very much a driving force in a lot of the things that happen. So
yeah, they use it to their advantage.
Yep. So it's good stuff. Still doing Xenoblade. Still going with that. I think I'm close to 80 hours now.
Cool.
So I'm still in chapter 8. So getting there. But I was so crazy. I got to a boss battle on that, and I was like almost down to like beating it, and then like my boys got up and stuff. So I'm like in the middle of it right now, which is nice with the Switch because you just like turn it off and like I'll be back. But like, oh man, I'm like so close to it. I just wanted to wrap it up. But
was it like a story boss fight or just like a monster boss?
No, a story.
Okay.
One. Yep. Morag, or what's it? Moag? What's her name? Yeah.
Right.
And everybody comes back.
Yeah.
So it's that part, if you remember.
All right.
And then a little more Destiny here and there.
Yeah.
Still doing that. They got the grind. Like they got the good loop going again. So.
Okay. All right. I think that's going to wrap up 397 of the Gamecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. Keep following us on Facebook and Twitter because we are going to announce our 400th episode ideas, what we're going to be doing for that very soon. So very, very soon. Obviously, we're on 397 right now, so that will be coming out very soon. You'll be getting information. So keep an eye on that. And tune in next week to the regularly scheduled podcasts and probably our Deadpool 2 spoiler cast, and maybe we can fit into the God of War one if I can finish it in time. So that's my goal. Although I'm going to be away most of this week, I can try to. Oh, this weekend's going to be busy too, but we'll see. I'm going to be so much more relaxed after this trip is done. So, anyways, all right. Thanks for tuning in.